I've never met Mary, but she joined us in 2024, right?
Officially, yes.
Yeah, so I had this program started then, one of like the first 20 students, I believe. So Mary's like the OG of market moves, option selling. So she's seen we didn't have a software back then. We didn't even sell puts, honestly. We were doing a lot of random stuff. Um, and I was a bit nervous to hear your results because either you're with us for a long time because you're trying to figure it out, or you're with us for a long time because you've been so successful. Luckily, she says she's been a multi six-figure earner for multiple years.
Two
So
years now, yeah.
2 years. Um,
Crazy.
yeah, you could tell the exact like what happened in the beginning, what was happening, and where you're at. But your awesome goal this year is to buy a house, a bigger house with your family.
Yep.
So that's incredible that you've become full time this last 2 years with us, and also you're using that money to fund vacations, fund like your dream house. So this is incredible to hear. But break it down for us, Mary. We're very excited.
Oh boy. Okay. It's it's unbelievable. So this all started. I like had to go back in time myself and write it down because it's all been such a blur. Summer of 2022, right? I had my first baby. She was like 18 months old. And I'm okay. Let me back up even further. I'm a musician, right? I'm a singer. I'm in a wedding band. That's been my career as long as it's been my career. That's always there. There's been no plan B, right? I'm a musician. That's what I do. It pays the bills, but barely. And then when I had my first baby, I realized I'm gonna need. I can't be out gigging every weekend all the time, right? I need to make money somehow. So I had I had this a decent amount of stock that I'd had from a previous job, from a stock program I was in, and it was sitting there, and I was getting dividends, but it obviously the dividends were not very much, right? You can't live off that. I'm like, there's got to be a way to make more money from this stock, this money that's sitting there, which was kind of like my cushion, you know? So I asked a friend, and he said, have you heard of covered calls? And I was like, what's that? And this is in 2022. And I'm like, what's a covered call? I knew nothing about options, nothing about covered calls, nothing about, I knew to buy stock and hold it and maybe you could sell it someday. I don't know. And so I started looking online because I have this little baby who's just like sitting around. I have all this time on my hands. It was like it was post COVID, but like all the music stuff hadn't really ramped back up yet. And so I find Matt online, I find these other guys online, and I'm just trying to figure out what is an option, right? And Matt is the only one who made sense. And I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate. Like you look up these videos and there's these they're fast videos, they're choppy, they're flashy, they're these like finance bros who are like blah, 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 you know, they're talking a mile a minute. I'm like, what? You're saying a lot of things, but you're not really saying anything. You know, I hear words, but what are you saying? So then I find Matt and I'm like, okay, I get it now. Like I had to watch his videos like over and over and over, but I would get it. And it made sense. I'm like, okay. And he's not trying to like make me $1 million overnight. He's just trying to help me understand the concept. And I was like, okay, if somebody can explain a really complicated uh, concept to me in basic terms, you know, like a 5 year old, then they really know what they're talking about. So that got me started, and I understood covered calls, and I started selling a few. And the more I got into it, I was like, okay, let me just take a chunk of cash. So I started with like, I sold like 65K worth of capital. So that was my starting, like my little nugget that I started with. And from there, I read all of Matt's books. I watched all his videos. He was doing like these little masterclass things along the way, blah, blah, blah. And my first goal was my car was on the fritz. I'm like, I need a new car. I wonder if I could cover a car payment with money that I make in the stock market. Like that would be crazy. That would be insane because I'd grown up thinking like stock market is it's gambling. It's you're crazy if you like start playing the stock market. So anyway, that was my first goal and I let me see. Where are we? The next year, 2023, that's when I went down the Matt rabbit hole. I did get a new car and I was able to cover the car payment. I don't know if it was with the income I was making trading or with the capital that I had already sold. That's a little gray because we were still like in the middle there. Um, but I started learning technical analysis, and the more I learned about trading, the more I was like, this is awesome. Like, there's so much you can learn. There's so many different ways to trade. You can make it your own. You can, all these strategies. Like, I loved it. It was like, and it was feeding my brain as I was like a stay-at-home mom, feeling like my brain is atrophying and I'm talking to a child who can't talk back to me yet all day. So it was awesome. Um, the next year, let's see. Oh, so that year was 2023. I ended in the hole. I like lost 15K and I was like, no problem. Like I need to really give this like at least 2 years because everyone says you gotta pay 2 years of tuition before you're like profitable, blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, I can do that. And when I looked back at the mistakes that I had made, they were pretty much all things that Matt had warned against doing that I did anyway. So I'm like, all right, well, that's on me. So the next year, 2024, that's when I officially joined the Market Moves community and the family. And I was like a little nervous because I was like, this is a lot of money to join this program and I don't know what I'm going to learn, that blah, blah, blah. But I took the leap and I started making less mistakes and more of the correct moves. But we were, like Matt was saying, we were still kind of like doing all kinds of things and we were doing a lot of charting and trading a lot of stocks that I would never touch now. Um, like garbage stocks, as you might say. So I would have big wins, but then I would have big losses, and it was really stressful. I did I did end up I started to so my next what do you would call it milestone, I guess, is I started paying myself because I'm sure you've heard other coaches and stuff talk about paying yourself. So I started paying myself a salary every month. I was like, I'm just gonna do a deposit from my trading account and see what happens. And just because I'm treating it like a job, And it turns out it was not a problem. I'm like, oh, this money is like coming out of nowhere. This is crazy. And it was awesome. So 2024, we were a lot of people were getting funded by prop firms. And so I was like, oh, I could do that too. And I did. I got funded by the prop firm. Uh, and then like 5 days later, I had my second baby. So the timing was terrible. And the the prop, I don't know if anyone, I'm sure some of you understand the prop firm thing. And it's just so stressful. It was so stressful. And if I won, I was happy. If I lost, I was emotional and I would take it out on my family. And I was like, this is not good. We're trashing this idea. So let's see what happened. Oh, the other big milestone in 2024 was I started the vacation account fund, right? So I started a brand new fund. I'm like, I'm only going to trade market moves approved trades in this. I'm not going to go crazy. I'm not going to buy calls. I'm not going to do wild stuff. I'm going to do the safe things in this account. I started with $2,400 and that was just over 2 years ago. And I looked at it last night. It's grown 145% in 2 years. This is just the vacation money. So like for anybody out there starting, that account was 2,400 bucks. I did one deposit. That was it. And now it's over 16K and I've taken money out for vacations. And I'm telling my husband, I'm like, where do you want to go on vacation? Because like I have this money sitting here. And it's if you know anything about musicians and the starving artist mentality, me having like money to go on vacation with and not stress about it is life changing in and of itself. And to like to go on vacation and be like, let's order takeout, let's go to dinner, and let's not worry about how much it costs. Like, it's amazing, and it helps the family. It helps there be less stress in the family. So that's been incredible. For some reason, the vacation account I'm doing the best on. Like, I've almost not had a losing trade in it. So I don't know what that the universe is trying to tell me to go on more vacations, I guess. Um, so yeah, so 2024 was also the year of the big Tesla trade. If you've, I'm sure you've heard Matt talk about how he told everyone about the Tesla move for months and months and months and months, and then it happened. So I was on that train, and that was amazing. I made a good like 40K just on Tesla that year, which was crazy. Like, I was talking to Velko, who's my whatever account manager person, and he's like, I told him, yeah, I made 40K this month, and he was like, what? I was like, I know, it's like unreal. It's unreal. Like, money is such a strange concept, especially now that it's like it's not in my hands. It's like numbers on a screen. It's so strange. And anyway, I could go on and on and on. Let me go on to 2025. So I have two kids now. I gave myself a raise for the, I gave myself a raise. I call it my stay-at-home mom salary. And I was able to start homeschooling my youngest because or my oldest, she's 5. My youngest is almost 2. So I started homeschooling my daughter, and I'm like pinching myself that I'm able to stay home and be with my kids because I never dreamed that was possible, especially in New Jersey. It's so expensive here. Everybody works like a million jobs. A lot of people commute to the city every day to New York City, and they don't see their kids. And I thought, if I have kids, I'm never going to see them, and it's going to be terrible. But here I am with them like every day, and I'm cooking for them, and we're going outside, and it's an absolute dream. Not to mention that I still get to do music and sing, and I can't, like, Matt, I think about it and I cry. I was like, when I meet him, I'm probably just gonna burst into tears because I'm like so grateful. And it's hard to explain. It's really hard to explain just how this isn't just like, oh, let me trade my 401k, which I also started doing from a previous job I had. I started trading that and growing it, which is awesome for retirement. But this is changing the trajectory of my life. Like, my life. I'm home with my kids, and it's going to be completely different than if I had them in daycare and school. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but it's just a different life. And thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so yeah, the next move is to I've started actually taking more money out, and like paying myself a mortgage payment on the side so we can get ready to pay for our new house, which hopefully we'll be moving in the fall. We're starting to look, which is super exciting because we're cramped. The house we're in is like our honeymoon starter house, and we need a bigger one now that we have 2 kids. So I've started doing that, and that's it. I'm super excited for the future because I know that I am operating like not at full capacity. I know that I can trade better. I know that my entries and exits are sometimes sloppy and like all over the place, and I miss things, and I don't plan things the way I should sometimes. Like, I know I can do better, but right now, like, I'm getting interrupted every 30 seconds with my kids, and I love it. It's wonderful, but I know that I can do better, so I'm excited to see like how far can I take this? Like, let's go. And when we were in New York, we were talking about like buying real estate and doing that kind of thing. And there's so many things I'm so excited about. So anyway, I'm really excited if you couldn't tell. So
Yeah,
that's
that's
me.
awesome. You're definitely going to get me close to tears like Jeremy, but your story is the best. Probably top 5 stories I'm ever going to hear from my side here. So I
Oh,
really appreciate you being vulnerable and sharing here. And the funny thing though is, just for everyone here, um, we said like at the New York City event, what's one position like you're sweating or gonna get assigned? Like, what did you say? Like you said, I'm gonna get assigned this on Monday, and what was it?
Oh, it was NVDL.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
And
was. And I,
so is did you make a lot from that? Right?
oh my gosh, yes, it's already up like 15%. Gosh, it was so perfect. And because NVDL is one of my like my bucket, trading tickers. And I love it. I've followed it for a long time. I've made a lot of money on it, and I was excited for the stock split. But usually I'm selling puts on NVDL and I'm like not chasing it, but I never get assigned and I want to get assigned, but I don't. And I'm like, that's fine. So it was a surprise to me that I did get assigned on it was, yeah, it was the Friday, like the weekend that we were together. I was like, I think I got assigned. I'm not sure. I didn't like check. I didn't check. I was busy. And I did, and it was awesome because it was like a dream assignment. It was like at $28 or something, and super super exciting. And I'm so excited because my best trades have been the ones where I'm like, I want to get assigned here. This happened with a Tesla trade, with an Amazon trade, and then I just play the whole wheel. Like this isn't anything new. It's not like I'm doing anything new, but when you execute it well and you want it to happen, it's so exciting. And like you're always saying, like when you own the stock, you make so much more, and you're not sitting there like, okay, I'm capped at the whatever I premium I sold the put at, which is fine. Like you can take that money and move on. But if you enter at a good place and you're ready to exit at 20% or whatever at the moon, it's awesome. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah, I mean the point of me bringing it up is like most people were very nervous this month, a lot of comments, but like you've seen it all and you came to the event and you're like, I'm gonna get a sign, like let's go. And then
Let's
literally
go.
like
Yeah.
it wasn't like 10 more days later that we're seeing it like moon. So just crazy how that's the end game and you kind of had that happen for you since the event. But
Yeah, that was good timing.
let me give like people ability to write some comments in the Zoom chat. If you guys want to drop questions for Mary's journey, that'd be great. I would say, Mary, you can talk about like your biggest things that held you back. You can give me one, and then
Oh,
the biggest things that have helped you accelerate. Um,
yes. Oh my gosh. So there are so many, and these are nothing new. You're going to hear all the coaches talk about all these things over and over and over. But for me, I would say, well, okay, two things that held me back. One was rushing the process because you start on day one and Matt is like, let's sell a put. Wait till it's 5% down. Let's not over leverage. Let's not over position. And you want to just like go really fast and like you see people earning six figures or like having a $10,000 day and you want to do it, but don't rush it. Like watch the Guac U videos. Watch them all. Watch them a lot. Master the first concept before you move on. Otherwise, you're going to make stupid mistakes because we all do. My number the my, my number one thing that I'm still working on is position sizing too. I tend to go way too big and not and then you get into trouble if you're going too big. So I love that about guac whatever how it tells you like your percentage of capital that you should allocate to blah 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 like that. I'm guilty of not using it as much as I should, but again, that's one of those things that I'm going to be doing in the future because I'm still working on this myself. I have so much to learn and perfect, but I would say just don't over position. Don't get too big. And then you'll be stuck. Anyway,
no, perfect. And what do you think is like the top ticker you make money off of over the last few years? Like top three, I guess.
top three definitely NVDL, um, TSLL, and what else? I mean, I'm in and out of Soxel. It hasn't been the number one, but honestly, those two are like the ones that come up over and over and over for me. And I'm a TQQ fan now. Like Jeremy's converting me, as I'm sure he's converting everyone. I just that's going to be the next one. I think I've already made a decent amount on it, but it's a new one to the fold, and it makes so much sense. It's so safe. Anyway, Jeremy can go on about that, but yeah, I would say those ones.
And two other frequent questions is like, you making enough money to worry about like structuring your CPA, your taxes, your LLC? Like, do you look at that? Do you care about that?
Yes, that's a big, big problem in my life. The past 2 years, tax season I've been walloped with taxes, and I've been doing it myself because I didn't know what else to do. I've done my taxes a long time for being a musician, so I know about like writing things off and everything, but this trader tax status and all this, it's a big problem. I am planning on probably going with the company Jeremy always talks about, or at least at the very minimum, hiring a CPA for this next year because it's out of control now. And I know that I could be saving more money. That is a big problem. That's a big challenge, an opportunity, I should say. Because for now, I've just been like, I don't know, what are the paying the taxes at the end of the year? I'm, and it's been a lot. I'm like, this is a lot of money that I'm giving back. So I need to figure that out. If anyone has any clues for me.
There's no magic hack to not pay taxes, honestly. It's not that like level that you guys can, it's not that crazy. You just pay your taxes.
Well, if that's
You
what
write
it is, then I'll keep doing it.
you write off obviously the investments for market moves. That's an easy one. And your investments for Wi-Fi, computer, like travel, events, like that's easy stuff that can lower, like, you have 100K and you travel to do these events, like it's a free vacation too in some cases. The other question is like, you got kids, you're running the account, like how do you not miss the opportunities when they're perfect? Like obviously you can still botch entries and make money, which is what I've heard, but how do you manage like life and trading?
Oh, that's a hard one. That is a hard one. I set alerts. Like Daniel shows this a lot in his streams, is like I'll set an alert like if the stock comes down here, let me know because that's where I want to enter or that's where I want to sell. Or honestly, uh I will okay, so this is my for now, my schedule. I check the market usually like morning, noon, and end of day. And what's I go to Trading View and I look at what's down. Like I organize the tickers that I follow by what's down the most, and if anything's 5% down or more, and it's one of my tickers that I like, and if the RSI matches, then I enter. Do I get interrupted all the time? Yes. Are my entries sometimes rushed? Yes. It's tough. I will tell you, it's tough. But that's why simplifying it works. So like I'm like, okay, I can't sit here and analyze all these stocks. I need to know NVDL, I need to know TSLL, I need to know SOXL or whatever my five are, and I know exactly when I want to enter them, and then I do. And it, I try to just follow the rules of don't sell anything unless it's at least 5% down. And what was I going to say? One of my pro hacks, I should say, is plan the trade and trade the plan. And this is especially for exiting because I don't know if I'm sure people feel like nervous about exiting or like you're at 50%. Like, should I close it? Should I like wait? I don't know. Just like decide beforehand. I'm going to close it at 50%. So it's like this puts that I'm selling for income. A lot of them I'll just put in the order ahead of time, good till canceled, like close at 50%, whatever that is. and I'll get alerts during the day that it closes automatically. And like a lot of people do that. And it's because otherwise I will miss it. I will miss the exit and I'll miss entries too. So I set the alerts and I just try to trade the plan. And if I look at the computer and I don't understand what I'm doing and I don't have time, which I don't, then I don't trade it. I just wait. And it is frustrating sometimes because I miss a lot of good stuff. And like people are like, "Wow, I picked up Soxo today." Like today, weren't people talking about that? Like I missed that one, but it's okay. You missed tons. There's tons more. Like the market's not going anywhere. You're just going to learn more and trade better and get a better entry next time. So, I think getting over that is has helped me